Now, before you go out and throw an A-rig, there are a few things that you need to know. So today I'm gonna share with you 3 tips that'll help you catch more bass in less time. My name is Brock Bila. Let's jump in it. So I'll show you how you throw an A-rig, but to begin with, we need to make sure that your equipment is right. So there's 2 different ways that I like to fish an A-rig. The one that I use the most is on a shorter rod. So a lot of guys throw them on 7.6s, 7.8s, 7.9s, really long, heavy rods. And most of the time I'm fishing open water or over brush piles where I don't need that heavy rod. As long as the rod can handle it and you're not struggling casting, that's good enough for me. So I throw it on a 7.2 heavy, moderate fast. And this allows me to be a lot more precise with my cast, along with being able to have the power of getting the hook into them when they bite. The other way of fishing it is with a 7.6 plus rod. So that's where you're fishing the bank and you're making super long casts, or say you're fishing a long point and you're sitting on the outside and you have to cast all the way up. That's an instance where I'm gonna be using that heavier rod, but I'd say 80% of the time I'm using this 7.2. Bait selection is key with an A-rig, and it all depends on the watercolor of your lake. Table rock this time of year, I've really leaned towards more natural colors. So the one that I have here has a green pumpkin and a silver bottom. With so many guys fishing A-rigs this time of year, you have to be able to separate yourself from everybody else. And I think this is one way that I'm able to do that. Now, if you get on a little bit more stained body of water, say Lake the Ozarks, Chickamauga, Grand Lake, where some of those parts maybe not be as, might not be that 8, 10, 12 foot visibility. That's when I go to more of an electric shad, pro blue, a little bit brighter of a color, but very rarely will I ever go pearl white. As far as the reel, I throw a Shimano Corrado 7:4 gear ratio. I like to be able to pick up that slack and really burn the A-rig over the fish or the brush piles, depending on what the situation is. And if not, I can always just slow down and reel slow. Now, line. I typically throw 17 or 20 depending on the depth and what I am fishing. If I'm fishing brush piles where I know I'm probably going to be getting snagged, I'll throw that 20. But if I'm just open water fishing, it's 17 all the way. All right, so we're out here on the lake. We just pull up to a brush pile. I'm going to show you guys how to fish an A-rig over a brush pile, because there's definitely a wrong way to do it. So the main thing that you do, or what you need to focus on, is when you cast, you have to cast past the brush pile. So this brush pile is sitting at about 60 to 70-ish feet. And you want to cast past it, let it go down until it's about 5 foot. Until it's about 5 foot on top of the brush pile, and then just reel it back. Right on the very top of it. And that's when you'll see either fish moving through the brush pile or chasing it on the bottom. And then they'll come out and hit it. If you like this video, click on this link right here. This is my top 5 finish on a BFL and table rock using an A-rig.
Brock Bila on the boat side. Good second fish here. 5 going.